Welcome to the Bendino Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Caitlin Clark went crazy her rookie season. A question we all were asking ourselves, where's Nike during this? Why isn't there any promotion from Nike during this? No marketing, no commercial. What's going on? No t-shirts, no merch. What's happening? No signature line yet? Can somebody fill me in? Now, Caitlin Clark came out recently and spoke about the creative process with designing a shoe. Fair enough. Maybe that's the reason for the holdup. But companies like Nike, they might let you feel like you're the one in control of the creative process, feel like you're in control of holding things up. But in reality, there is a bigger picture to be painted. We talked about this with the WNBA and their treatment of Caitlin Clark. Now Nike finds themselves in the crosshairs. Nike is being investigated by the federal government over allegations of systemic race discrimination against white workers, including through its DEI initiatives. Nike told Front Office Sports, quote, "This feels like a surprising and unusual escalation." Let's get right to the press release from the EEOC. Federal agency seeks court order for information related to systemic race discrimination allegations that athletic footwear and apparel giant discriminated against white workers, including via Nike's DEI programs. St. Louis. The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission announced today that the federal agency filed an action in federal court to compel Nike to produce information related to allegations that the company discriminated against white workers, including as a result of Nike's diversity, equity, and inclusion related 2025 targets and other DEI-related objectives. According to the EEOC's court filing, the agency is investigating systemic allegations of DEI-related intentional race discrimination, specifically that Nike may have engaged in, quote, a pattern or practice of disparate treatment against white employees, applicants, and training program participants in hiring, promotion, demotion, or separation decisions, including selection for layoffs, internship programs, and mentoring, leadership development, and other career development programs, unquote. You think if these allegations are happening at the base level, the hiring level, the training level, the promotion level, it's not happening at the marketing level, it's not happening at the, okay, well, she might be the biggest star, but DEI initiative, we got to put this person in front instead. Up, DEI initiative, we got to put this shoe at the back burner and put this shoe at the forefront. Up, DEI initiative, we can't waste our resources making a commercial for the biggest star. We can't do that. We have to put all of our resources in the... Let's give the benefit of the doubt for the shoe. Could this explain why the merch took for so long? We have Caitlin Clark merch over here. The sweater, the hoodie, the pants, the fleece, whatever. Yeah, I bought it for my wife. She loves it. Very comfortable. Not 2-year wait comfortable. Nothing groundbreaking. It's nice material. It's good stuff. Why didn't this come out her rookie season? Oh, because we were waiting on the logo. Oh, that's right. We were waiting on the logo. The logo. The EEOC's investigation and subpoena sought information related to these allegations, with some requests going back to 2018. Information sought included criteria used in selecting employees for layoffs, information related to the company's tracking, and use of worker race and ethnicity data. Back to the logo. Well, we only saw the logo when we saw the logo. We don't know how long that logo was actually out there. We don't know how long that logo was on the table. We don't know how long that logo was just hanging around until somebody said, okay, we'll show her this now. We have no idea. We don't know how long they decided on the logo and then waited and waited and waited and waited and then put out the merch. We don't know. We just don't know. Information related to the company's tracking and use of worker race and ethnicity data including as a factor in setting executive compensation and information about 16 programs which allegedly provided race-restricted mentoring, leadership, or career development opportunities. When the company failed to produce all the information sought by the subpoena, the agency filed an enforcement action in federal court. Shout out to John the Liquidator. He's been talking about this for quite some time, mainly concerning the WNBA, but we see it show up in other places. Quote, when there are compelling indications, including corporate admissions in extensive public materials, that an employer's diversity, equity, and inclusion related programs may violate federal prohibitions against race discrimination or other forms of unlawful discrimination, the EEOC will take all necessary steps, including subpoena enforcement actions, to ensure the opportunity to fully and comprehensively investigate, said Chair Andrea Lucas. Title VII's prohibition of race-based employment discrimination is colorblind and requires the EEOC to protect employees of all races from unlawful employment practices. Thanks to President Trump's commitment to enforcing our nation's civil rights laws, the EEOC has renewed its focus on even-handed enforcement of Title VII. The EEOC filed the subpoena enforcement action in U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Missouri, after first attempting to obtain voluntary compliance with its investigative requests. The EEOC is the sole federal agency authorized to investigate and litigate against businesses and other private sectors for sector employers for violations of federal laws prohibiting employment discrimination. For public sector employers, the EEOC shares yada, yada, yada. Now, this is a chart that's floating around here. Nike's U.S. workforce underwent dramatic shifts at every level. Net change in demographic makeup of U.S. workers from 2020 to 2021. We go all the way down. Source, Bloomberg News Analysis. Bloomberg News Analysis. Just so you guys know, Hunky Dory on Twitter didn't make this up. White, blue, Hispanic, green, teal, or teal. Black, yellow, Asian, pink. Other races. Maybe that's teal, light blue. Executives, no. Managers, no. Professionals, ooh. Less senior roles, ooh. You guys notice a trend here? Now again, if things like this are happening at the base level, you don't think this is happening at the marketing level? The endorsement level, the who do we push level. Oh, they can offer all these players deals, so the other companies can't make money off of them. Doesn't mean I need to go out of my way and start pushing them. I'll just shelf you for a little bit. I'll put you on the shelf a little bit while I focus on some other targets. Focus on some other demographics. Again, we could give the benefit of the doubt for the shoe. Fine. Benefit of the doubt, you got it. But if you think about it, we almost had to wait 1.5 years for a t-shirt. And then Caitlin Clark's first t-shirt that Nike puts out is just a list of a few records on the back of it. Like 10 of them. The most lazy thing that I have seen in quite some time. Especially coming from Nike. I said earlier, we have some Caitlin Clark merch over here. Nice stuff. The black is heavy. The gray is light. Perfect. We're in the Northeast over here. Works out great. What took so long for that? Interesting. A certain superstar in the WNBA, they sure got pushed really hard by Nike. And it kind of adds up a little bit if you think about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate that. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.